Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, All Dragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi, I'm Cozy. I play Darrakar, a Minotaur fighter from Brawl.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma, and we are still in his home sphere.
Hi, I play Lankas Skipzaggle, an illusionist thief, tinker gnome from. I'm Diamond Worm, and I play Lankas Skipzaggle, an illusionist thief, tinker gnome from Kryn.
Hey, I'm James. I play Ockar Steinbjornson from Brawl.
Hello everyone, I'm Salem Motor. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
And our party priest thief is running a little bit late. He will arrive when he can. So we left off... Oh, actually, before we do that, for viewers who wish to give the player or dungeon master of their choice a bit of a boost in game, 500 bits will get them a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 0. Finn, Ockar, Lafdul, and Solas have 1. Darrakar has 2. Lankas has 6. I, the dungeon master, sadly, only have 11. This is terrible. This is terrible. I don't have my lucky number 13. So we left off last time. The party had defeated the bandits hijacking dwarven trains, and Finn had headed off to alert the town of Krelazara and get a new replacement train here so that the injured could be retrieved. Prisoners could be taken, the facility could be secured, that sort of thing. So you're waiting on that. I know Lafdul had some stuff that he wanted to do. You can definitely expect that you guys will have time to... it'll take time to get everything situated once the train does arrive. So you have time to do other things as well while, when they come. But before the train with Finn actually arrives, is there anything that you guys want to do? Like any spells that you want to cast or anything else?
Yeah, Solas will cast healing spells and heal party members and some of the dwarves that are still injured.
Okay.
First, Cure Light for myself, since I'm down a bit still.
You can just mark off the spells that you cast.
Okay.
Everyone will be, once you guys get back to Krelazara town, you'll have time to rest, and you guys will get back to full hit points.
Okay.
I'm going to cast item on the that golden mirror so we can transport it more easily.
Okay. And how long does that last?
Also...
I'm just wondering if that's something that you'll need to keep recasting periodically or something like that.
28 hours.
Oh, all right. Yeah, no, that's plenty. All right.
Yeah, it's 4 hours per level.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's quite handy.
Okay. So, you do shrink that down, and you guys can definitely carry that with you.
Is there anything loose that isn't useful as treasure or anything? Because the one thing I might have done, I said I wanted to block off that door in the southern bit. I might want to make like a little barricade in the other tunnel. I know they said they wanted to collapse the tunnel, but I just thought it might make it easier for people guarding it while there's a lot of injured people and stuff.
No, it's probably best to just leave all of that to the dwarves at this point.
Okay. Fair enough. I was a little bit worried about a counterattack.
I think
unless there was any counterattack would have to get through that river. And that would require there to be another like encampment or something like that of Darrow or Duergar within, a relatively near space, and you think that you would have seen signs of more habitation around here, like to accommodate
Yeah.
more people. So anything, like if there's another, like the two that escaped, and if there were any others that escaped, but the two that you know that escaped, if they get to a place that could theoretically counterattack, you would be guessing that, like, the dwarves are going to be telling you that it is unlikely that there's anything within a day's march of this place.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And even then,
Solas
like,
is
they'd have to get through that water, so they'd have to have boats or wade through, and that kind of thing. So, or swim
Okay.
or something like that. Like the dwarves they're actually more worried about like random monsters coming up through that area right now than a counterattack.
Okay.
Solas also have 3 comprehend languages memorized for reading those documents he took.
Okay. What's the
And I'm
duration on
also
those?
Yeah, duration is 5 rounds per level, so 55 rounds
Okay.
per spell.
All right. What do you want to look at first?
I'm going to go through the research notes of those Darrow spellcasters. Like
Okay.
the non-magical research notes.
Yeah. All right. So the main things that you're seeing is from the notes that you collected in this the outer room where there were 2 bedrolls.
Yeah.
Mostly it's details on like the kind of notes that someone would write if they were thinking about spells. So it feels like not exactly spell research, but kind of the like it's nothing that you could use for spell research. It's not the way that you would research spells, but you recognize it as a form of spell research, you could say.
Okay.
And thinking of new applications for magic, new magic to cast and everything like that, and you recognize that the way that they cast spells is different from you. And there's also a lot of material in both of those, all of those notes about various other subject matter that they're just interested in, but don't hold any interest for you.
Yeah.
Topics of like mining and the flow of water and esoteric things like myconology and stuff like that.
Well, the mining bits are interesting in that I have trained for the proficiency. I'm just waiting for the proficiency slot.
Okay. It's still like, but it's stuff that notes someone is taking as they're learning this stuff, as opposed to the higher level material of someone who already knows the stuff.
Yeah. I will basically make small markings of my own on the notes about what the text talks about in each of the bits.
Okay. Mostly,
And,
it's like nothing of particular interest to you, and nothing that holds much interest to you from either of those.
Yeah, I'm also using the lenses of speed reading to go through the documents a bit faster. Then I want to read the highest level spellcaster's notes. I think he had some notes on the At least I think he might have had some notes on the poisons he had.
He does have a lot of scattered pieces of paper. This is not any of their books right now that you're reading. And his stuff is on poisons, fungus, but also the workings of the steam engine, the train cars, how the track is laid out, like the exact spacing of everything. So clearly, like he was studying the engineering of the train cars and everything like that.
Yeah. Is the notes on poison something that me and Lafdul could use to basically prepare counter poisons, antivenoms?
Yes. If you two want to spend, I'll say like 1d6 days when you have free time studying this and studying the jars, I will give you guys a +1 to any sort of herbalism check to cure ingested poisons.
Okay. Solas will make notes of this and make notes to translate these specific parts for Lafdul to be able to read also.
Okay. Lafdul, you here now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a spell like Comprehend Languages?
Yeah, I researched no languages and I do have it memorized.
Okay.
It's only 3 rounds a level, but it's still a reasonable amount of time.
Yeah. So you can read those notes yourself then.
Okay.
Could we not just handcuff one of the prisoners to Lafdul while he reads stuff?
You'd have to find a prisoner that can actually read.
That's true. Yeah.
I can use some magic, so I got it.
I think he had some notes also written in his spell book, you said.
Yeah, you recognize that all 3 of them had spell books that had like they're more than just spell books. They're like personal diaries, notebooks, that kind of thing as well.
Yeah, I would also go through those.
Okay. So, number 1, you recognize that you would not really be able to use these spell books to learn spells yourself.
Okay.
So you guys were able to use Read Magic to determine what spells they are, but the notation is too different from your method. However, they learn magic is different from the way you do. So they're not usable for that, and the spell books themselves are not of a quality good enough for you to turn into spell books.
I thought that the last time you said that we could try to learn the spells in them, but we couldn't use the spell books as spell books ourselves.
That may be actually what I said, yeah.
That is what I remembered as well.
That's what you remembered as well? Okay, all right. I mixed myself up then.
Well.
I mixed myself up then. All right. So yes, you can use them to learn the spells, to copy the spells out, but you can't use the spell books themselves. Like you can't like erase them and use them.
So make of them is too different.
Yeah. So sorry about that. Sorry for the confusion. So the spellbook has it's a bit of a diary, and it's like obviously it's not very detailed. This was not designed for written for anyone else to read. So you can tell that there's a lot of things like reminders to himself that would trigger memories as opposed to full thoughts in a lot of things. But you can make out that the leader of the Darrow did somehow discover the workings of the dwarven train and plan to gain wealth by hijacking these trains. He seems to have been in exile from some land or another. Some nation much deeper in the planet's Underdark. If you ask the dwarves about it, they won't be aware of it, so you could guess that it's pretty far away.
Yeah. The notes don't mention anything about him already selling that information to anyone.
I hadn't finished yet, so...
Okay, sorry.
Hold on. And it does mention that he found Duergar in another in a similar situation. They were also exiles, and them being much better miners, he recruited them to help build this whole structure.
Okay.
The notes definitely indicate that he planned to poison them all when they decided that, enough was enough. And they'd done enough, the heat was getting too high, dwarves are getting too close to discovering them, that kind of thing. He was planning to poison all the Duergar and make off with all of the wealth.
Does it mention the Lamia?
So he says about her that she actually apparently sought them out somehow. And from the notes, he suspects that she had some kind of divination magic that helped her find them.
Okay.
And she was in a dwarven form at the time, so you'd guess that she had just been passing through this area. His only other contact with is another group of Darrow that he has contact with them, but he didn't really like he didn't like them very much. But it's kind of a tangential mention of these other Darrow that he's making. And it's all in relevant relation to someplace called Kazafrin.
Okay.
And he seems to have learned about this dwarven nation up here at this place called Kazafrin from someone named Vezerin.
Okay.
It doesn't expand on that, but the nature of how it's written, that's not the Darrow that are at Kazafrin.
Okay.
So you'd guess it's someone else entirely.
Mm-hmm.
You write those names because I'm pretty sure I did not spell those right.
Yeah, how are they written?
I put Kazafram with PHAM. Let's looking at it now.
That's fine. That's fine.
Could
So
you
the
write them
location
down?
is Kazafrin, and the name that you saw mentioned is Vezerin. There you go.
Okay.
Cool.
After reading those from the notes, Solas would basically wave down Search and Dragon and Inart and take them bit to the side and tell him what he found out from the journal.
So Inart doesn't know anything about any of that.
Okay.
He works the trains.
Yeah, well, mostly because he's an engineer, so he would be able to say a bit about the how hard it would be to basically transfer the knowledge.
How hard it would be to transfer the knowledge? What knowledge?
To the knowledge of the how the trains work to the other interested parties. How big of the blueprints and such would be.
Oh, you'd need a lot of schematics. It is a complex device. You'd need all kinds of measurements. and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So he'd be thinking like multiple diagrams, sheets of paper, booklets.
Yeah.
Nowhere close to enough of what you recovered.
Okay. So far it seems that the information is safe in that regard.
Or it's already been delivered.
That information.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say.
That's yeah.
who's
Though you said
I
that,
mean, we
or
were
was
already
there any indication?
transporting double the normal amount of wages. So if we take this with us as well to the mines, they'd already be being paid extra than they were owed, right?
I'm not sure what that has to do with the information, but
Oh, I was talking about the gold.
right. But I'm not
We
sure what that
haven't
has
been
to do with the
talking about
information.
it.
Oh, sorry. I guess I spaced out there and I heard a certain word that made me think that. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Just to cover that real fast, like it's actually 3 times. It's 3 months worth, not double. But yeah, like not all of it's going to be paid out. Some of this is going to go back to the capital of Krelazara.
Yeah,
Enough.
because we recovered the stolen
Yeah.
money.
But yeah, in terms
yeah.
of the information, give me an engineering check, please.
Okay. Yeah, one reason I asked the Inart is because Solas doesn't have experience with these machines.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, so I'm not going to give
Yeah,
you any more
that's-
information based on that roll.
That's
Yeah.
a bit off.
Do you want to try having Lankas take a look at it?
No,
Okay.
this is something that might have occurred to him because he's the one talking about it. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Never think that you can just keep going down the character line until someone succeeds at something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, that's a better way of approaching it because I've seen that road often enough, and it actually gets boring.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because like
I agree.
if there's a reasonable chance of success of something, and if everyone can try it, and if they can keep trying it until it succeeds, then eventually it'll succeed, and there's no point in rolling.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's why they also made the take 10 and such options for later on.
Anyway, so
Because
Ragan will say to you, the only thing I know about this is that I have heard of this Kazafrin place. I don't know much about it. We might be able to get more information when we get to Kalostra.
yeah, but this is definitely something that should be reported to higher ups.
Oh, certainly. So yeah, he's definitely going to be curious about that. So from the notes, you definitely pick up that the leader of the Darrow here learned of this dwarven kingdom in Kazafrin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Kazafrin, that was the other group of Darrow or not?
No, that's a place. That's a place name.
Okay.
Did any of
Was there
us-
any name for the other group of Darrow?
No, he didn't mention them. He
Can
didn't.
any of us
like
try and
list a name of them.
figure out with modern languages to see if we could recognize what language that type of city might pertain to? Maybe it's a syntax or, how the word is built up.
Does anyone have any languages of
Like Underdark. or
Underdark races other than
something.
dwarves?
Goblinoid.
Other than
might be
dwarves.
one.
No.
I'll review mine, but
Nope.
I don't think
Undercommon.
Old Wyrmish counts as Underdark language.
No, it
Yeah,
does
no.
not.
Does Koboldish count as an Underdark language?
Not really.
closest thing I have is Orc.
No.
Yeah,
Not
that's
really.
not
I don't think kobolds live deep enough to be counted as an Underdark language.
No, not really. I'm thinking like specifically races that are
Yeah.
almost entirely Underdark.
Undercommon,
Drow.
Drow, Darrow.
Yeah.
Darrow, Duergar, yeah.
Well, like, I
Merc
mean,
Nedley?
Braxon could speak
Technically.
dwarf, and that they live kind of on the upper bit of the Underdark, don't they? But that's not the deep Underdark.
Right. I mean, they can range down pretty deep, but they're still more of a surface race than an Underdark race.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So no, I don't think any of you would be able to figure that out. Plus, I mean, it's one word.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a word that could mean something, or it could be like it could be the name of the founder or something like that. There's so many different things that you could that it could be
You
from.
could ask.
Mm-hmm.
You could ask one of our prisoners.
You could try to ask some of the prisoners. But if you the prisoners will be alive for a while yet. If they, I mean, they're going to be tried. But
Right.
they might be
They
put
are
to
going to
death. They may
be-
not be put to death. It depends.
They are going to
on
be interrogated and
yeah.
by the
So
dwarves.
if there's a thing that you want to talk to them
Yeah.
about after you talk to the town leaders in Kalostra, that might be something to consider.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine that the prisoners that didn't eat dwarves are more likely to not get the death sentence.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, all did say last week that the Darrow are most likely going to be getting harsher sentences for the same crimes.
Yeah. Well, they're they're treated more so like monsters than criminals.
They're pretty monstrous. Anyway, any other things that you want to cast your comprehend languages on?
Didn't the Darrakar leader have some notes also?
I don't believe so.
They had schematics and papers we got from.
You got some.
that-
You got
that
some
was-
schematics from
yeah, that was in the smithy.
blacksmith, the
Yeah,
smithy,
those were for armors and such.
armor,
Well,
and
could also been for tracks.
the design of the rail materials and everything like that.
I would read those also with the comprehend languages.
They're just straight up plans for making like all of the rails in this big open cavern.
Mhm.
They're not like rails stolen from the main line. They were all made by the hijackers.
Right.
So they obviously broke through, studied those rail lines, and then made more to get all of this this room set up kind of thing.
Yeah.
And worked out to make a railway switch. They probably went and found one of the others and copied it.
No, so it's a pretty crude switch. They're basically shifting the whole track.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you look at
you
the
can
map,
see it in the
if you look at the map, you can see that there is no rail right here.
Ah, right. I see.
Yeah. So they shift the whole thing.
So they basically go get a load of crowbars and they all heave at the same time.
Yeah. There is a winch mechanism down here that they have set up.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys remember, but when there was the wall of fire, preventing you from getting down to this door here easily.
Yeah.
A group of Duergar came up from this corridor and came around.
Yeah.
And if you go back, if you'd go back and look at this now, you'll see that they've actually put the rail back in place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
I'm guessing.
Well, you can easily conclude that there were some Duergar here at the switch, and as soon as the train passed, they immediately got to work setting the putting the rail back in place so that they could hide all
Yeah.
this up
And
once again.
that's probably why it took them a bit to catch up with everything else.
Right.
And why they didn't get into the fight immediately.
Right.
Yeah.
And by the time they got
And
up there, there was a wall of
The wall
fire in the
fire
way
I
anyway.
put up kept them from getting in.
And also that's one of the reason why they haven't. The dwarves didn't really notice that there's this line going through this wall.
Yeah, because there wasn't one. Right.
Yeah.
I'm guessing if they got a winch over on the right, that there must be a hook on the tunnel on the left where they tie the rails to pull it the other way. 'Cause I don't
It's a
know that
pretty
you can push through a
ingenious
winch.
design. There's no like it's not specifically detailed in a way
Okay.
that like it doesn't. I don't know these things. I'm not. I can't come up with
That's why,
plausible things and leave it at that.
That's why the
Come on,
player
DM,
Big
get-
Mac is inquisiting your knowledge.
No.
Get a engineering degree so you can run one session.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So, any other comprehend languages that you want to use right now?
I think that was most of the notes they had.
Okay. Lafdul, did you want to use some of your Speak with Dead, or do you want to wait for
I would
Finn to get
probably
back?
full captures first.
Do you want to wait for Finn to get back?
Is that gonna matter?
I don't know. Do you want him to there in case he wants to say anything? I mean, he is a party member.
How? Why?
I mean, the dwarves think that it will be like mid-morning by the time a train arrives.
Yeah, I mean, I would have been praying for spells for quite a while, so
Yeah.
I changed up quite a lot of my spells. So
Okay. Then we'll go ahead and do that. Finn, is there anything that you want to do on the train ride back?
Just memorize my spells.
Okay. So other than a water stop, there's not much else on that on the route to get back to this point. So it will take maybe 2 hours to get there in total. Would you need more time than that to memorize your spells?
Yeah, I used a lot.
Okay. Then once the train arrives, those of you in the cavern, kind of mid-morning, you'll hear the loud rattle of the engine and the hiss of the steam and everything like that out at the end of the hall. A dwarf would have run in to announce the arrival, since some of them had headed up the tunnel with lights, so that any train coming could stop in time. And a lot of dwarves pile out of the train. At least 30 warriors, as well as some engineers and some others to, assist with like laborers to assist with loading cargo and everything like that. The leader of those dwarves consults with Ragan and Inart for a while to figure out what's going on, and then Ragan will come over to you guys and talk to you. Finn, you'd have gotten off, and just like getting off and meeting up with the rest of the party isn't going to interrupt your prayer. You can get right back to that, no problem.
Okay.
Finn, you get back to the party. Everyone's happy to see you. There's a lot of like, the new dwarven soldiers are clapping their brethren on the back who survived. Happy to see, like, very happy to see the dwarf survivors that you rescued. Some of them immediately take over watching over the prisoners and stuff like that, and they're, getting out on heading out and checking over things, and immediately, like, getting ready to load up specific cargo and everything like that. But Ragan will come over and talk to you guys after his meeting and say, all right. Well, we've talked about what we might want to do. Your friend Finn gave him a quick rundown when he arrived. What we're thinking right now is some of this area isn't badly constructed. He says, like, kind of indicating this southern part here. And he says, this whole siding area here, with a little work, could be used to store trains or as a stop-off point. So we're probably actually going to take over this area, rebuild some of the things. I've heard talk of maybe turning it into a bit of an attraction of sorts. The horrors of the train hijack. I don't know. I don't quite agree with that, but that's not going to be my decision. But we will definitely be collapsing the tunnels.
Yeah, the 2 tunnels that we saw that led to the Underdark, I'd probably collapse those, yeah.
Oh, it's the shape it off a bard in a party. Where's a bard when you need one?
I mean, so
What, to suggest alternate titles?
No, they can help with organizing the play and stuff, so theater stuff.
But, you know, like, they're definitely seeing some use out of this area, either for paid attraction mixed with an actual, like stopover point.
I mean, it's essentially a station that these people already built for them.
Yeah. It would need work to get a train, you know, to get, like, because it's really only designed for taking a train in, not out.
Yeah.
But so some of that would need to be changed as well. But Ragan says it'll probably be a total, you know, at least a week before we can analyze those tunnels, get the appropriate demolitions experts in there to collapse them, the sappers, that sort of thing. So we'll be prepared to take you to Kalostra with this train that's arrived, along with the more significant parts of the cargo. Is that satisfactory to you?
Yeah. I'm just visioning the dwarves turning the southern part of the dungeon as a hotel and the northern part as a house of horror. Or ghost house.
Something like that, maybe. Either way, that is, you know, that would all take months of work anyway.
Yeah, and lots of workers.
But
Well,
they also want to get, like, all the survivors and the prisoners
yeah.
taken to town as well.
Braxon tells him about the river that's a way away, and says maybe there's some way you can set up some sort of machinery to bring water from the river to here.
Aye, it's a
And
thought.
use it as
It's a
water
thought.
stop.
The sappers will have to analyze where the best place to collapse them are. It may even be out further than the river. Like I said, that's well outside my expertise anyway. But we don't want attacks from deeper under the earth coming through here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Most certainly.
Now,
Well, we're glad we were able to help.
I've also spoken to them about what your friend Solas here read in those notes.
Yeah, I would have briefed the rest of the party with this when Finn returned.
And we're somewhat concerned about what this might entail. I will be talking to the town leaders when we get to Kalostra about that, but there might be more work for you if you're interested.
Okay.
Oh, there's, by the way, reroll for Lafdul.
Yes, there is. I did get that marked down. As always, thank you, Anghammarand.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for supporting the game.
So, Finn still needs to get some spells back, but Finn, were there spells that you wanted to cast in this area once that's done? Lafdul had to step away for a moment, so.
I don't think I'd have any new spells to cast unless they would like me to soften earth and stone somewhere.
They would need time to plan that out, so they will definitely be thankful for that offer, but they can't think of anywhere right now. Yeah, as it is, like they're going to have sappers coming in and analyzing these areas for, you know, a good week before they can decide exactly where to collapse the tunnels and everything like that.
Mm. And they most likely either will have to expand the rail line that goes here or build a mechanism for turning the train.
Yeah. Yeah. And they might do
So
that.
either...
They might just turn it into like a curve or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But all of that's, you know, like well outside of your expertise. It's well outside like the expertise of any of the people here, really.
Yeah. It would take months and months for them to do that.
Okay. But they will start like getting the prisoners into some prisoner wagons that they've brought along. They'll be checking the cargo and getting the pay that you recovered and the pay that was on this train over to the replacement train that's come along. That sort of thing. They will tell you that unfortunately, because of the cavern here, they're going to have to go backwards. They're going to have to run the train backwards to get to town, get back to Calostra, and that will take longer.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask before they like load all the prisoners, did we want to take that amulet from Tharga?
I'm of the opinion that if we don't take the dwarves would most likely claim it as the recompensation for what the damages the Duergar caused.
That will depend entirely on what they determine her culpability is.
True, but
I mean, Lankas just didn't instantly take it. If you like walk up and take it, he wouldn't stop you. So,
what is the rest of the group of opinion? We do have our crew to pay.
Sorry, the opinion about what item?
the silver brooch
silver,
depicting a pair of unusual fish from Tharga.
Yeah.
I didn't like.
Yeah, we do have crew we need to pay.
We do have crew we need to pay.
Yeah. I just didn't want to take it because she was like the one who actually like helped us get everyone to surrender. So I was just like, leave her with her thing. But you guys seem to think the dwarves will.
Well, what we could do is we could tell the dwarves that if they're going to confiscate it, we'd like it. But if they're going to let her keep it and serve a sentence and go, then we'll let her keep it.
You need to make the decision before they load her on.
Okay then.
Once they load her on the trains, like she's fully in their custody, and anything left on any of the dwarves is going to be up. Like any of the evil dwarves is up to the dwarven, authorities to determine what they do with it.
Then I guess it's money, and we got to pay our crew, so we'll take it.
Okay.
Is my vote. I don't know what everyone else's vote is.
Just a reminder that we did also empty the pockets of the prisoners.
Yeah.
For coinage.
So are you voting to take it, Solas?
Yeah.
All right.
Since we have to pay the crew.
And Lankas?
I'm voting no.
Okay. Ockar?
I'm voting to take it.
All right. Finn?
I'll vote to take it.
I think that's going to be enough to for take it.
It
Lafdul
is.
Yeah.
stepped away,
Yeah.
and what about you, Darrakar? I thought you were still away.
I vote to go for it. Yeah,
Okay.
take it.
All right, so you take it.
Okay. Apparently, I've been got it.
Thoroughly outvoted.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. To a certain extent, like you doubt that any of the female dwarves are going to be harshly punished, because they were very clearly, and there's also young Duergar as well.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure, like they are. They were obviously like cooking and cleaning and taking care of the area back there and not directly involved in the hijacks. So like the worst you'd expect is maybe some months of labor and then exile somewhere else, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the children would be cared for in that time. But even that, like that's a worst case scenario. It is very likely that they will just be exiled right away. The Darrow females, cooked up dwarves.
Yeah.
And I know this is a thing in later editions, but are Darrow like cursed with insanity in this edition?
No.
Okay.
They are just monstrous.
There are like there is a streak of insanity amongst them, but it is more it more affects leadership. And maybe just a general tenor of crazedness as opposed to actual insanity.
So they're still awful, but
Yeah.
they're not completely batshit.
Some of them are like there is there is insanity, but it doesn't affect the whole race. So
they're really vicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't expect them to get off easy or at all.
Oh.
Amusingly enough, you suspect those two ogres are also going to get off because like they honestly didn't do anything.
The ogres are like,
yeah,
me brainwashed, me not want any part of this.
So as far as the dwarves are concerned, they won't be able to find any evidence that they did anything at all.
And as a player character notion, not a as a player notion, not the player character notion, the ogres most likely were completely under the enthrallment of the Lamia.
I'm
happy that the ogres are getting out of it because out of all these groups, they seem. I would almost see them as the most innocent since Lamia probably had them brainwashed.
I mean, you could try to recruit them.
I don't know what they got up to before the Lamia saw them, but
yeah, you could always try to
they seem
recruit them.
the most innocent.
Anyway, so the dwarves will start loading up the prisoners. You will still have plenty of time. It's going to take a while to get everything handled. Lafdul, did you want to cast some spells? Lafdul?
Are you muted?
Yes, I was muted. Just give me 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So so they start loading up the prisoners, and they do load the Duergar onto separate cars from the Darrow. So you can tell already, like there are definitely some pre-rendered opinions going on here. From the notes that you discovered, it was pretty clear that the Darrow were the leaders behind this all as well.
Yeah, and I would have
the Duergar were clearly the helpers and the laborers kind of thing.
Yeah, I would have also given that information to the dwarves. That the plan seemed to be from the going under Darrow leadership.
But they also load up cargo. They've gone through looking through the various complexes as well, looking for any cargo that is still intact and useful to take back with them and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll go around, do full captures.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rather than move my character, I will just ping.
All right, where do you want to start?
Very first one. Well, I'll just do it there. It's easier if I do it like that, so you can see where I'm dragging to.
The Lamia's room?
Yeah, Lamia's room.
Okay.
Do you
First of
wanna
all, how
get
many
to-
thought
wait,
captures
wait,
do you
wait.
have?
Yeah, I did talk about having defensive spells up. I just forgot about that.
Just to remind you,
2,
you might want to learn cast the
3,
tongue
4,
spell.
5, 6. Yeah, no, that was also one of them. I have 6 thought captures. I do have tongues, and I do have impregnable mind, so I will cast the tongues. I don't. Do I know if Lamia have their own language?
You don't know, one way or the other.
Could I attempt at that as a language?
Sure.
I will attempt that. That is one language, Darrakar is another, and Darrow is a third.
Okay. All right.
I will cast Impregnable Mind as well. So
Okay.
if in case I have to make any mental saves.
In that room, in her room, you basically just get thoughts about her appearance and
vain
stuff like that. She's very, very vain. You could tell from that.
Yeah, standard fair. All right. I mean, yeah, a lot of these will be hit and miss. You either get something or you don't. That's one. Did you? I will try in the torture chamber. I mean,
Okay.
It's probably just going to be anguish or praying and pleading or something. But maybe I can't really direct it, but I want to try and get the Daryl interrogators' thoughts really.
You definitely get a sensation of anguish and pain and suffering, and you're pretty sure that that's what you're going to get there.
Alright. Well, that's the second one used.
The thing is like...
Yeah, it's the most strongest emotion or something.
Right. Also, you're talking about dwarven passengers on these trains for the most part. Like, you never heard anything about any, like, politically powerful person having gone missing. So, what are the Duergar and the Darrow going to get out of any of the people that they captured through torture?
Yeah, it would be the Duergar that might be more intellectually curious about.
Well, even so, like, if you hijacked a train in real life and started interrogating the passengers, you know, or the guards, or even the engineers, what are you really going to get?
At most,
how well
knowledge about the
places, you know, if they were planning on attacking it, how many more carts or trains they have, you know.
Yeah,
you
possibly.
Might be able to get some from the engineer.
Anyway, all you'd get out of the thought capture in that room is pain and suffering.
All right, I will go to the Darrakar leader's room.
Okay.
Be my phone.
Down here?
Yeah. No.
Okay. So, from there, you get a sensation of disgust that he has been reduced to this. But at least it is getting him wealth that he can use to lead his people to someplace better. But there's also utter disgust that he has to work with the Darrow to do this. And also a deep sense of distrust. He's a sensation of how long can this keep up before they betray me, which I suspect they're going to do, kind of thing.
I will use another one in there.
A second one in there?
Yep.
All right.
I got 2 left after this.
You get more of the same?
Well, I was hoping I'd get something different. That looks like the officers' quarters, right?
Yeah.
And that looks like
That was the prison.
Yeah, I know that's a prison. That's a torture room of. Because I've got a split. What does the party think? One of it's either the prison torture room or the officers' quarters.
What about
Officers' quarters.
What about the Darrow leader?
Oh yeah.
Or Darrow leader. Those are the
Yeah,
thoughts that I
the
would
red
choose.
lady
choose.
was not the leader.
I was waiting for that one.
Yeah, the one all the way. But I thought he was a poisoner for some reason. But yeah, I would
I
have
mean,
probably.
he did study poisons.
Yeah, this
I
room
would have
back
done
here.
The Darrow, yeah, Darrow.
That is the best place, the most likely place that you're going to get information. Do you want to use them both?
I will use the first one, see what I get.
Okay. The first one is that you definitely get some gleeful planning over the eventual poisoning of the Duergar. All kinds of thoughts about putting these various poisons into their food supply and watching them in glee as they all die and being able to make off with all of their money.
Useful.
So what you can conclude from that is, number one, all of those poisons that you got, they're all ingestible poisons, not injection
they
poisons
were
or touch-based poisons.
Yeah. And
They just love their poison, don't they?
whereabouts did I use that one?
That was in here.
And that was by the research notes.
It was somewhere in there. Like,
The research notes were like over here, I think?
So
research notes were scattered around.
So the Darrow were playing to backstab the Drogar is what I'm getting.
Yes, absolutely.
You know what? I'm going to do the last one here where the Lamnia died. I suspect it's going to be our thoughts about our child, but you know.
Honestly, I'm rather shocked that the Drogar and the Darrow could work together as long as they did.
Yeah,
I mean,
think I am.
You're going to get better information out of this room.
No?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's the leader's room. You guys figured out that that's the leader's room.
I can use the last one there, then, I guess,
Okay.
if recommended.
So you do once again get a thought about this place that Solas learned about, called Kazafrin. And his thoughts are he's very glad that he was told about this dwarven kingdom down there because it has been incredibly profitable. And it'll be even more profitable once he eliminates the Duergar that he is duped into helping him.
It just confirms it, I guess. I suppose we could maybe reword some of these questions specifically to mention about what was that place called?
Catherfin?
And Vesserin.
Well, the Vezerin
Is the
was
person.
just mentioned once in the book. Picked up the name, so we have no idea who that is.
Well, my first question was who outside of this enclave was involved in this operation, even if a spell works. They'll just refer to that person, so maybe I'll try it on the Darrow leader first, I guess.
All right, so
Well,
you want to cast...
Darrow leader is also the one who is most likely giving us most information.
Yeah.
I wish you luck getting anything useful after out of a Darrow leader. They're usually balls of inane insanity.
Well, I've got the. Well, I don't know.
And they do have to answer
If
truthfully.
If it
yeah,
works.
it will depend. Yeah, if
Yeah,
it works.
if it works.
All right. So, you want to start with him? The Darrow leader, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak with. I'm just looking at speak with Dead to see what the saves are.
Save versus spell.
Yeah, if they're different alignment, which I assume they are.
Safe bet. Safe bet. Okay, so you see the image of the Darrow
Or if
leader
he's higher level, which he is.
rise up before you, and then when you start to ask a question, he does give a cruel cackle and fades away to nothingness.
Alright, well, that's ruled that one out. We have the Darrow Savant Mages, don't they? They had a couple of them. I don't know if they both surrendered.
Only one surrendered.
Or if
one was killed.
I'll try on the other one then.
Okay. Let me.
If they're under my level, they don't get a saving throw.
Well, if they're a different alignment, they also do. Right?
They coach different alignment or higher level. Will hit dice than the caster. Now,
Different,
all three.
different alignment or higher level. So in other words, if you tried to,
yeah.
like someone who's lawful good is always going to get a save versus this.
Yeah.
It's only someone who is lower level than you and chaotic neutral who would not get a save. All right. So you go to his body and.
That's me burning through all my burning.
Okay. His spirit rises up before you. What do you want to ask?
Hey, it seems to have worked so far. Hang on, let me just. This is something we would have thought about with the party. That's fine. I want to just a prep to the party, so I word this properly. I want to ask about Kazafan, but
I mean,
what should I? Yeah, I know where it is. I'll just say underdark or underground. Should I try to narrow it down to what race is the primary occupants of the city name? Because if like the majority are Drow, then we know it's Drow City or something, for example.
I mean,
that
what
would
country
be...
does Kazafan reside in is probably a good one, because then we could figure out kind of...
Would that translate, though? Because countries above ground and below ground...
There are nations below ground, yeah.
I guess what nation does Kazafan fall under? Would that be appropriate? Because I'm trying to figure out where Kazafan is. That's my end goal.
Yeah.
I mean, you could ask...
I think that one is probably the best one to ask.
You could ask how to get to Kazafrin.
That's also actually pretty good.
All right, yeah. How to get to Kazafan. Let's just assume this person knows about. Well, they're the apprentices, so I assume they went where the lead. Yeah.
Okay, you're gonna ask how to get to Kazafrin?
Yeah.
So this spirit looks at you, this Darrow spirit, and says, "Why, you traveled down through many different tunnels. There are many paths that lead to Kazafrin."
Dang it, the nation.
I thought they would be coy about this. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Do you want to use another question on this? I think the nation one would be a little bit more straightforward.
Oh, what nation does Kazafin
What's
fall
the-
in?
Yeah, what's the name of the nation that Kazavan falls under?
Yeah,
All right.
that question. What you just said.
Kazafrin is independent. It is not part of any nation.
Oh, you see why I hate this now?
City states. Yeah, I do remember that city states are a thing.
Oh, looking at my questions I asked.
What's the closest dwarven land the city to Kazafrin?
No, it might say this one, so no, I'm
That's
not even
probably
at
true.
this point.
Since we know of Casafrin, we might actually be able to go there without asking. Since the fork of, I do have the fork of travel, and that should be able to guide me to location that I know the name of.
I could
that is
try
clear.
asking about the scrying ball.
Well, I mean, also, Sergeant Ragan has heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's within traveling distance.
there are dwarves in this nation that may be able to get you there or tell you how to get there or something like that. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this isn't our only option. It was just maybe we could have simplified things, but apparently
All right, here's a question. What race is Vazarin?
Vezerin?
What race? Yeah, what race is they?
Right. I never actually met Vezerin. Only Regant did.
Regan. Oh, you got some. At least we know the Darrow leader's name's Regan. Even though he's dead. But...
This can still be useful.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Regan? Regan?
Regant.
All right.
Regandt. I'll type it in for you. Oh, and also, I have no problems with Finn having participated in questioning, like, Solas.
I got one last.
This comes down to party things. I have no problems with the party deciding
message.
things.
The message I wrote was for the healing.
Okay, all right, gotcha.
Spells that I've casted. I wasn't saying that Finn would be excluded from this.
I'll see if I can figure out how the scrying ball works. Because, I mean, yeah, we can do it with research, but they might be loosely aware of how it works.
All right. That's your question?
How does a scrying ball work?
Yeah. He says, well, the wizard just concentrates on it as far as I know. Regant never let me use it. And with that, he says, but now I'm off. And he vanishes, fades away to nothingness as his spirit dissipates.
They don't normally say goodbye.
Oh, they always have like a leaving remark or something, you know.
Yeah, but that's relatively polite.
There was a note of like finally I don't have to deal with this anymore kind of thing. A sensation of that. How many more Speak with Deads do you have?
2, I believe I took 4. 1,
you took 4?
2, 4. Yeah, I took all my 3rd level spells because I lost a Ring of Holiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So who do you want to go with next?
Dugar leader's one of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see if it works.
All right. So you go to his corpse and cast Speak with Dead. And his spirit rises up before you, and with a snarl, he says, "You'll get nothing out of me, elf," as his spirit fades away.
I still want to cast Animate Dead on him. All right. the third one gone? Wasn't there like Darrakar tenants or something like this guy? I don't know who he is.
I mean, you captured this guy.
Who is this one? Is that the one I've cast They Speak with Dead on?
Hold on.
'Cause I know I just cast it on them and he failed.
That was
But
this was the leader.
Yeah,
this-
the one above him.
This guy, that's a Darrow warrior.
Apprentice. I think.
Not an apprentice, a warrior.
But
Yeah,
he
there
looks
were
slightly
only
more
two
important, right?
apprentices.
I mean, he was pretty skilled at fighting.
Yeah.
You could reasonably conclude that he was probably the leader of the Darrow warriors, not the overall leader of the group, but the leader of the actual warriors.
Like the sergeant or something, on the equivalent. And what was this one? Same.
Sorry, I'm not seeing what you're. You need to give me some sign of where you're.
one
That's
above
another
Solas.
Darrow. That's another Darrow warrior leader.
Oh, so it's Eeny or Meeny.
Just pick one. Pick the one that has the most expensive looking clothing.
Yeah. That's subjectable.
This one up here fought with 2 daggers and had magical studded leather armor. This one down here fought with a short sword and a buckler, which were magical, and wore leather scale armor.
Right. So both reasonably important.
Well, that one's probably more likely to be a rogue. Then this one's more likely to be a rogue fighter.
I mean, the way that all of the Darrow were moving, like, normal dwarves, they don't have a ponderousness to them, but they move with, like, deliberacy that you don't get from humans and elves. Darrow move closer to the way elves move. They're thinner, they were extremely dexterous, they were faster. So, if you're going by that line of thinking, every single one of the Darrow was a rogue.
Alright.
Also, warriors can fight with 2 daggers.
Yeah. I was looking at the armor type, so I'm just thinking like someone it might be like someone that be like an information person, like someone you speak with that me. Generally, in this party, I have
just
a
pick
lot
one.
of information.
Just pick one. Roll a die or eeny, meeny, miny, mo, or pick one.
Fine, the one with the armor, then I guess.
Okay. It's just more that like the more you discuss it, the more it's like just dragging it out without making a decision. Okay.
It's probably going to fail immediately now.
I don't know.
Okay. His spirit rises up before you.
You know what? I want to know what the arrangement was with the Darrakar. Yeah.
Okay. So this Darrow rises before you, and sneeringly he says, Regant made a deal with them to give them half the winnings. No, he wouldn't actually say half. He would say
half the spoils.
No, it wouldn't be half. I'm trying to think of what the basically, he'll tell you you realize, shares. Yes. No, I'm trying to think of the numbers. The Darrow and the Duergar don't get half each, because the Lamia, whose name you hear is Montalena, she got a share, but not an equal share.
Right.
Do we learn?
I don't know. I don't have the numbers, but basically, it was split some way between Darrow, Duergar, and the Lamia.
Right.
Did he mention the Lamnia? Or
Yeah,
like we're
he
just
says her name.
surmising that?
He says her name, Montalena.
Should we?
Like I don't have the numbers. He gives you the numbers. The numbers
Yeah,
don't
no,
matter.
no.
That's what I'm indicating here. And your next question?
Trying to think how to want to phrase it, because I want to ask about Kazfran, but I'm just trying to think of how to ask it.
Well, talk with the other party members. What do you want to? What information are you hoping to get?
How? Actually,
Have we asked if anyone else is involved?
no. What should I ask? Like, what's the?
What's
you mean
what?
the external enclave? Well, that would be.
No, I don't mean.
thingies.
I don't mean that other little group that's way away.
I'll just ask it. Who
Would there have
outside
any-
this enclave was involved in this operation?
No
This
one.
enclave, this grouping. No one.
Right. That's good. Because
Um,
remember, somebody thought before there might be spies.
Yeah, no, I did. They
Yeah.
had to have inside information, or they had some kind of divination magic, which they had divination magic. So
Yeah. So that's cleared it.
Also, that's good because that
What's-
means they probably weren't sending like plans back to other people about the trains and stuff.
But this could also be. This is also always based on his knowledge.
True.
if
True.
I say, what's the primary race of Hazugar?
Kazafrin?
And yeah. No, I'm thinking of the
Oh, the
bloody
city.
Radiant Dragon now. I got it right next to it.
Kazafrin.
Kazafran. Yeah, if I say what the primary population of Kazafran, will he give me a race answer? Do I suspect?
I mean, he has to
I-
answer as truthfully as he, like, he has to answer truthfully.
Yeah, all right,
he
yeah,
can
then
try
I'll
to
ask that
dissemble,
then.
but that's a pretty straightforward question.
Yeah.
Okay. So he says, Kazafrin has many exiles, but the most common, as far as I know, are dark elves. He says that, kind of spitting. Obviously, does not like
General.
them.
The general undercity kind of vibe. Metropolitan mixed race.
Yeah, but he said dark elves were the leaders. Well, not leaders. but-
Yeah, well,
He also said
majority.
it's made up
Majority.
of outcasts, which I actually think is
Yeah.
an important note.
Yeah.
So they just survive by whatever means they can, I guess.
Which also explains why it's independent.
The one last question. Should we ask how they met the Red Lady?
Yeah, I can't think of a better question. So go for it.
I forget her name because it's only been mentioned once, or maybe twice.
Montalena.
Montalena. Oh, God, I cannot spell that. Montalena.
I'll put it in.
Echo.
I mean, the other guy said she found them, but I don't think he said where.
Is that what you want to ask?
Where Where did you meet Montalena, I guess?
Okay. He
How
says.
did you encounter her, I guess? Is that a better way of wording it? Encounter would be like your first encounter, I assume.
I mean, if you say first, that's first. It doesn't, like, some of that's 6 of one, half dozen of the other.
Alright.
Like I said, don't overthink these things.
I have to, considering how bloody quick you are with some of these answers.
Yes, but a lot of times, like, it's I'm gonna, like, this is also a way for me to give you guys information that I want you to have.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not intentionally trying to hide information, because if I don't give you any information, then you can never do things. I want you to work at it. And yeah, sometimes the question is going to, like, the question does matter. But in general, like, what I mean is, like, the question matters, the precise wording of the question oftentimes does not. Sometimes it does, but oftentimes does not. Anyway, he says in response to that, Regant brought her here. Never liked her. I don't know where he encountered her. And with that, his spirit fades away to nothingness.
Alright, that's all my speak with that. I'm guessing the Lamia's corpse has coagulated, because I've only just thought about
we already used to
getting
put that on
some.
the Lamia, didn't we?
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking of getting some blood from her, because evil creature, rare.
It's up to you.
Might be worth something. Yeah, I want to try and get like a vial of blood. It'd probably be coagulated, but
you can get a vial of blood. I don't care. It's fine.
Yeah, I'll see if I can sell it to an alchemist somewhere.
All right. I mean, like, oftentimes it's better to keep that stuff for research purposes or spell component, like
if I can think of relevant.
Only time I have sold spell components or something like that has been when I have had excess, like I had plenty of those Amber Hulk claws.
Well, Lamnia, Snake, Lady Blood. Because I don't know she's a noble, so.
All right. So you're out of Speak with Deads?
Yeah, I only had 4.
Okay.
Unless other party members want to take them. Which they never do. Gonna move question.
Well, Braxon would take them, but he doesn't get enough spells.
You take the spell of hit things with sword.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else have anything that they want to do here, or are you guys ready to pile on the train and head back?
I'm ready to go.
I'm ready to pile on.
Yeah, I think we are ready to go.
Definitely.
Okay.
Braxon would totally take Speak with Dead, and he'd speak with all the crew members.
There's probably items that do that.
I mean, Braxon, you could speak with Dead all you want. They're just not going to respond.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What do you get an item that can replicate the spell?
All right, so
I guess before we go, I'll cast Sacred Guardian on Lafdul in case something happens on the way back. But otherwise, I don't expect any trouble, so I'll just relax on the train ride back.
Okay.
Lafdul thinks to himself, "What if I get myself in a purposeful trap to lure Ockar?"
No, Lafdul. Perfect opportunity. Just go to the front of the train, throw yourself off onto the tracks, and get run over. That will definitely trigger the Sacred Guardian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
you'll get better, right?
Too much. It's too painful.
I don't think you're stupid if you do that.
I don't want to
also,
reinforce
I think
the fact
would
that
be...
Lankas thinks I'm a masochist, so I'm not reinforcing that theory.
All right, so
I wonder why Lankas might think you are a masochist.
So the prisoners have been.
Hey, you got the ring of regeneration for a reason, right?
It's got to survive the damage. Huh?
All right, so the prisoners have been loaded up already. They're in the process of loading up the important cargo, and many of the the dwarves who were prisoners, they're getting aboard the train as well, and the passengers. It's going to be very tight for everyone involved, but you guys get on as well, and a few hours after it has arrived, and the train gets going. All of the new guards have been left behind, as have some of the the guards that were in better shape, kind of thing. But those most heavily injured are getting aboard the train and going as well, so they can get time off, rest, and recuperate and everything like that.
Yeah, I would have taken some more healing spells for my second level, some cure moderates, and maybe keep cure serious to help heal out. Sure the other priests probably did the same as well.
I mean, you guys can just set yourselves up to max hit points
that's why
at this point.
Healed.
I'm assuming that I helped as well with like a cure light wounds where I could.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, like you're gonna
hopefully don't get
have an opportunity to think about what you want to do next. You'll have time to do that and stuff like that. So it's not a big deal.
You'll get paid for this job first.
So you ride the train. It takes another 2 hours or so. Actually, no. It would be slower because you're going backwards. The train is not as efficient and not as fast. Go ahead.
Would they not just go forwards to the next town and then turn around and go back?
No, because it's faster and closer to go backwards.
Okay.
There's the nearest turning point to the other direction is much farther than the town we are going.
There's actually a point that they could turn that is about the same distance in the other direction as the town is, kind of thing. So it's like...
Need to stop the rebellion anyway, so...
You know, I mean, basically they can go backwards slower, or they can go at full speed forward, turn around, and then double length back. It's probably hard to say which one would actually be faster, but probably going backwards is faster.
Yeah, plus they're the people that want the money.
And they've got prisoners. They don't want to have the prisoners on the train for too long.
Yeah.
They don't want to have they want to get the dwarf prisoners, freed prisoners back, the passengers and everything. So because it's just one water stop, and then the town is not too much further beyond that.
Okay.
So indeed, you do stop at the water stop. The trip so far is uneventful, and then get underway again. And about 45 minutes later, the train begins to slow as you pull into the town of Kalostra. Kalostra is completely underground. So it's difficult to get a feel for how big it is, but from what you've heard, it's a town, not a city. So you're looking at significantly fewer people than at the place where you started in Krelazara. But the station is very crowded when you pull in. As I mean, like word got around. Finn was by no means secretive about when he got there, which no reason to be.
They have a welcoming committee.
But like residents of the town are out. There's huge cheers as the freed former passengers are former prisoners are disembarked from the train. Dwarves are hugging and shouting to each other and just generally very, very happy to see those who've been rescued. You guys are like escorted to the side and but like even that, like some of the dwarves around there realize that you had to be involved because after all, you guys stand much taller for the most part than they do. It's pretty easy to see, and so
Darrakar.
they start.
Some of us are like heavy armor and stuff.
Yeah, so they start thanking you as well for your aid. But you are greeted by some dwarven officials who also shake your hand and say, "We don't have many facilities for those of your kind, especially those of your kind, Sir Minotaur. But we've done our best to put together some rooms for you. You're probably quite tired. We'll escort you there. and discuss the matter tomorrow. It's going to take a while for us to work through and figure out who survived and who didn't, and get notices to those who don't live in this town of their relatives who have survived or not. And we want to handle that first, you can understand. But we will want to talk to you tomorrow.
I'm sure any accommodations you're able to make for us are more than suitable. I'm just happy we were able to help in any way we can.
Anywhere that's better than sleeping in Darrow Cave.
Well, I think you guys were sleeping in this main siding chamber, just because, like,
Yeah.
If anything happened with the prisoners, you'd be right there to, join in a fight. It's ample space to put out bedrolls and everything like that.
Solas would have most likely slept near the most injured people, so that if they are in need of assistance, he would have been able to help.
I would have just socked them and go back to sleep.
So you can also see the prisoners, like a significant number of dwarven warriors on the other side of the train are escorting the prisoners away. And the dwarven leaders say, "This is certainly going to strain our jail system for a bit, but we'll get everything ironed out and mete out punishment as appropriate. We thank you. We thank you for the service you've done. Inart has given us the letter informing you on the appropriate reward, and we'll discuss that tomorrow as well."
Oh, okay.
There is.
What?
Considering you studied law and you're an arbiter of law, shouldn't you want to partake in their tribunal or however they handle it?
I'd bring up that I am a Jessica of a god of law. If you would like
Someone
my
impartial.
assistance in any way with that, I'd be willing to help. Versus many different.
We appreciate the offer, but we can most certainly handle it. We are going to need depositions from all of you, statements for presenting to the magistrates.
Braxon's going to ask. Go on.
Solas is actually asking if he could have a tour of this place, since he mentions that his family buys a lot of your ink ingredients from here.
We'll discuss all such things tomorrow. We're going to be quite busy before we can have discussions with you, unfortunately.
Braxon says, you said you might have trouble putting everyone in cells.
It's not that they're going to have trouble. They're just it was more of a passing comment. They can handle it.
All right. So they don't need a hand making somewhere into a temporary stockade or anything. Okay.
No, I mean, like,
more likely
you definitely get the. Sorry, go ahead, Darrakar.
More likely an inconvenience.
Yeah, and I mean, like, they can turn a warehouse into a temporary prison. And Ockar, they will appreciate your offer, but you'd get the impression that, like, justice is not going to be done in a day or two. Like, it's going to take weeks to go through it all.
Okay.
But they will be in, like, the whole thing about getting a deposition is also, like, if you have something to say for or against any of the prisoners, that's going to be the time for that.
I'll give a deposition mainly to.
That's going to be, like, the next day.
Yeah, I'll do that mainly to make it clear who surrendered, the leader that surrendered, and all that stuff.
And the blacksmith.
Okay, so you are led to a tavern that you can tell has been an inn and tavern that has been hastily cleared of other, anyone else staying there, so that you guys have the rooms. Each of you will have a room to yourself. Multiple beds have been laid out, so you can like lay them like rather than the foot of the bed to the head of the bed, you're laying like sideways against multiple beds, kind of thing. 3 for Darrakar and 2 for most of the rest of you. Lankas, you can just use one of the normal beds.
Huh?
So they put you up in the inn. They give you a delicious dwarven dinner with some fine dwarven ale for those of you who want it.
I will certainly partake.
Old.
Mm-hmm.
During the
As he drinks
evening,
his beer.
during the evening, Solas would try to write a suitable poem describing our battle against the Dero and Duergar, and also extolling the bravery of the Dwarven Guard with us.
Okay, go ahead and give me a proficiency check.
Come on.
Okay.
Oh.
That's a success.
Mm-hmm.
Were you able to bring any more dwarves back from the dead today? Or is that a one-off?
I already raised Other Engineer today.
Okay.
If you
Is that
offered
it?
to raise
That's going to
more,
be it.
or-
They didn't bring the corpses back with this train. They're going to
Fair enough.
do it with another one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They
I
wanted to
mean,
get the
it's an
living people back
exception.
first. I mean, like they're gonna bring not only the the dead dwarven soldiers, any dead prisoners that they can find. They're also gonna bring back the Darrow and Duergar at the very least to dispose of them in a way that's not just like they don't want the bodies just rotting and stuff like that.
But they know that Solas might be able to rescue some of them.
It's
Yeah,
they're not going to ask
It's
him. Like
accepted
that's now
losses.
on them. Like doing anything like that's now on them.
Okay.
All right. So you're basically left to your own devices that night. But after the events of the day, like some of you probably would have helped load up cargo and stuff like that, help with getting the prisoners on board, that sort of thing.
Considering that Solas has 13 strength on this day, Solas would have helped with the cargo and the injured people.
But at this point, you'd be, you'd be pretty exhausted. You did have a fight.
Yeah.
The sleeping accommodations in the tunnel last night weren't the best. Finn is in better shape because he got an actual bed last night.
Oh, yeah, because he left.
Yeah.
Flew somewhere, got to sleep in a bed, and then fly back.
But you guys will have an opportunity to regain your spells the next day. And probably about mid-morning, after you guys all have breakfast, some of the dwarven officials, along with Sergeant Ragan, who will be looking much better himself. His injuries have been tended to, that sort of thing. He's wearing some bandages, that sort of thing. They will arrive. Sergeant Ragan, I mean, he's just a sergeant, but the fact that he has this relationship with you guys, having fought with you and spent the previous train ride, he's basically there to so that you're not just talking with people you don't know, essentially. So the dwarves say that you're welcome to stay here for a number of days if you want, but they say that after discussing with Sergeant Ragan, they're worried about this Kazafrin place. And Ragan says, I've talked to some other some of the traders who tend to roam out farther and see what they know about it. It's an old Duergar location. It's not really a city per se, or even a town. It was an outpost of some sort. We don't know too much about its history, but the kingdom that it was once a part of collapsed centuries ago, I believe. But it was taken over as a bit of a trading outpost for a while, where exiles were able to live in essentially some mutual defense, with mutual defense, and because there were so many races there at one time, it turned into a bit of a trading post. But apparently that's changed somewhat recently. Not sure exactly how long. Maybe a decade or two, somewhere around there. Someone else came to power there, and they've kind of closed it off to others. At least it's not it's not a good trading location like it used to be. It is fairly isolated, but we were wondering if you might be interested in investigating it. They seem to have some sort of connection with the hijacking. If not, from your description, it seems not so much that they were directing it as they may have given the idea behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd like to know more.
I don't really know much about Drow, really. I was wondering if I would conclude that Drow get other people to do their dirty work for them.
Many people get other people to do their dirty work for them.
It might be a little bit hard for us to get into the city without being observed.
They're more likely to accept us than they would a bunch of dwarves.
Yeah.
Well, the details can be worked out.
The
details can be worked out. We can certainly discuss that. I'm not necessarily looking for a commitment right now, but if you were to say that you are not interested at all, then obviously we would not need to do any further discussion.
I'm open to it, but we would have to discuss the details and the contract for this job.
Yeah, I'm certainly interested, but I'm just wondering how we're going to get there, and how easy it's going to be for us to get in and get out.
Well, we don't know how easy it would be to get in and out. As for getting there, we do have some contacts who can guide you. We can find a guide, that sort of thing.
Do I think this place is big enough to host a thief guild?
The town you're in, Kalostra?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's potentially big enough.
Because I could inquire over there. I'm thinking to myself, and I'm obviously not saying this, but
there's
Braxon
a cave
says,
I'm looking for, I described the cave from my dream, where the relic I'm looking for might be.
The dwarves, upon hearing that, they quietly talk amongst themselves, and Ragan turns to you and says, "That matches the description that we've heard."
I guess we'll be going there then.
Yeah,
oh, good.
Isn't that a coincidence?
He seems really shocked by this.
Also to clear, it wasn't from a dream, it was from the plant.
Yeah,
you're trying to collect things from that Rhaegar, right?
Telling them that it's from a dream is easier.
It was yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. What Darrakar said makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
As a method of easily conveying this without going into details that don't need to be going into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, do you know if they've got any goblins in the Underdark? Because I speak goblin.
Oh, they're certainly around. Whether there are any down there or not, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know whether that would help us with an alibi or anything.
Maybe.
You might need to take a guide that can speak the local language. I mean, we have spells, but they don't last.
Well,
You got your ring.
I'll be able to speak the language, yeah.
I can also understand orcs if it comes up.
Yeah.
Well, there's a traveling merchant that we haven't spoken to her yet, but she's known for far-ranging trading. And if anyone would know about it, she would be the one to talk to. We'd be asking her to guide you, at least to start, if she's interested.
Right.
We have not spoken to her yet, though.
Do you think she might want to...
Yeah, caravan guides or something.
Yeah, I was
Get
going to
paid while traveling.
Do you think she might want to take some goods there? Because that would give us a good excuse to go in there.
Well, the problem is that it used to be a trading location, and it's no longer.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that would not likely work too well.
Yeah.
But we can certainly go speak with her and see if she'd be willing to guide you, and then work out the details between you all.
Yeah.
Am I assuming she's a dwarf?
I mean,
So, Solas,
if you're assuming that, you can assume that she's a dwarf if you want. They haven't said that.
I'm just trying to think in my head about the name, so I guess sounds dwarven.
She hasn't said. I mean, they haven't said the name.
Oh, but they did.
Nope.
Braxon, you had a question?
Well, Lafdul, you're quite good at disguising yourself. Are you any good at turning yourself into a dwarf, into a drow?
You know how I despise drow, given my religion.
I mean, you can transform. You can transform into those winged elves. So I have to imagine transform.
Yeah, I can.
Would be a little bit
just like
easier.
how they infiltrated us. We can infiltrate them as well.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm not asking you to like them.
there is an especially cruel death for me if I get found out.
Then don't get found out.
Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
I mean,
of all the ways to die, this is
it?
high up there on the do not die to this way.
like, isn't this in your wheelhouse as a trickster?
Yeah, wouldn't your deity like if you trick some drow?
Just to remind people that Solas does have a spell that can change us to, for example, everyone to look like a drow for 12 hours, and we've used that spell before.
Okay.
Well, I mean, like, it would take time to get to your destination, and obviously, if you wanted to do preparation before leaving, you'd have, like, they've basically said you can have as much time here as you want, within reason. Obviously, like, that's an unstated thing. But like, if you want to spend some days discussing a potential plan, given the information that you have and given the information that you can get, then that's perfectly fine. They're not saying leave now.
Oh, I need to track days because while I was doing spell research, 2 days have passed, haven't it?
Since when?
Check anyway.
Since when?
Today, this session.
Yes. Yeah, technically yes.
I mean, I'm just gonna roll a d1 just to see if you pass.
Yeah, that's fine. Nope.
Oh, that was close to not being able to research.
Nope. Okay.
All right. So that's
good work.
All right. So they'll go talk to the trader that they mentioned. In the meantime, they will ask you if you'd be willing to give your statements that will be used in the court cases.
No, of course.
Ockar is certainly going to give his deposition, going into great detail, especially in regards to those that surrendered, to help strengthen their case and not end up in trouble.
Okay.
So tempted to cast inverted ethics on Ockar when he gives that. I wouldn't, just as an FYI, but it's just the thought that goes across his mind.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that could break a party. Fun to think about. Bad to do.
It would break his class, this.
That's the kind of thing where Lathel turns from friend into I'm gonna kill him.
Considering the situation, personally, I would even say that would possibly constitute as an evil act.
So let's start in order real fast. I don't need big details, just like general sense of what you'd be saying in your stuff. So we'll start with Braxon.
Braxon's going to talk about the Red Lady and how she was some sort of snake person, and she Lamia. Okay, all right. Well, snake lady.
This is more. I mean, like, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming that everyone is going to give from their perspective the events that happen. I'm more talking about
how she deceived the station master from the middle town. And
okay, hold on. She's not on trial. She's dead.
Yeah.
That's not. It's kind of irrelevant.
We're mainly giving our depositions in regards to those that we captured.
Yeah.
Like
yeah. Are they being spared?
If you want to condemn the Darrow, for example, for eating dwarves.
Oh yeah.
Or do you keep your mouth shut about it?
For the
If
prisoners.
it's only about the ones that are prisoners, okay. Well, I didn't realise that. He'd say that lot were eating dwarves.
Define that lot, please.
The lot in the North Caverns. Is that the Darrow?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't tell from the tokens.
That's fine.
It's just pictures.
All right. And anything like any particular individuals that you captured that you want to call out specifically for extra punishment, or like you'd recommend extra punishment or extra mercy?
Well, the lady that had the bracelet told everyone to surrender.
Okay.
The blacksmith.
All right. I know what he means. That's fine. Okay. Darrakar, how about you?
I don't have that much to say about them. I had a good fight with them, but
okay, and that's fine. If you like, I mean, like again, part of what you're going to be asked is the sequence of events from your perspective, what you saw people doing, that kind of thing, and this is more of an opportunity for you to weigh in specifically on individuals if you feel any special feelings about them, and that's perfectly fine if you don't.
Yeah.
All right, Solas.
Solas would tell from what he knows that he noticed that the Darrow had humanoid bits in their cooking cauldron, and he heard that the ogres didn't do much during the fight, and also mentioned that the Duergar blacksmith convinced the remaining her people to surrender.
Okay, Lankas.
And that they did surrender.
All right, Lankas.
Lankas will bring up the poor living, the kind of the mistreatment that was shown through the living conditions of the Darrow. So he'll kind of try and then he'll bring up. He will also bring up the cooking of dwarves. He'll bring up Tharga and how she helped everyone surrender. And then he'll also bring up that I think it was a Duergar who snuck up, tried to backstab, and only then surrendered. Basically, it's like
okay.
He basically, when all hell seemed lost and everyone was starting to surrender, he still tried to backstab.
Hoped to kill someone, and then when that failed, surrendered, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take someone down with him, basically, is what it almost seemed like.
All right, Ockar.
So, Ockar will mention most of the same things. He'll mention how it seemed that the ogres were being mind controlled by the Lamia, so he thinks that they weren't within their right mind and are probably mostly innocent of the crimes here. The Darrow were eating people. The Drugar, female and children, rendered, giving a special weight towards the blacksmith lady, who was the leader that told him to surrender. He is especially going to put a lot of shade towards the guy that tried to stab him in the back.
All right.
You're like, no, that guy's a no. He's awful, the worst. One of the big leaders of this. You should get rid of him.
All right.
So many times. It's awful.
All right, Finn.
Well, there's nothing that Finn really struck on since he didn't really notice any crimes against nature.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. All right, and how about you, Lafdul?
Yeah, I won't exactly paint the Darrow in a good light because they were planning on. Well, they were eating dwarves. They had no good intentions. Generally, they were going to betray everyone. I wouldn't even keep them as prisoners because the first opportunity they get, they'll probably stab you in the back. Unlike the Darrakar, who would at least be honourable about it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They were just exiles, as far as I can tell, and they were just making the most of a situation. I don't think they are really intent on causing a lot of harm.
Okay.
They just wanted to break out on their own, and this was a means to do it.
Okay. So they take all that down, and they'll give you an idea of what they expect the cases, how the case is to proceed.
Yeah. One more thing. I forgot, but Braxon would say that the Durgar seem to be the people that were quite good at engineering. So if they decide to let them live, they might want to give them a sentence where they ask them to help build some tunnels or help look after the railway or something to serve their sentence.
They will keep that in mind.
Yeah, they were.
They'd be a little bit worried about. You can tell that they'd be a little bit worried about putting the Duergar in a place where their skills could be put to use in a way that could be detrimental. So, building tunnels, they might be able to build tunnels that are good for a while, but then collapse later.
And it could be that it's a bad idea to put them into working with the trains, considering that the trains are basically national secret.
Yeah, trust issue there.
Yeah,
but
they might be good for digging out caves and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, there might be things that they could do.
I'm sure they've got trades they can work off, whatever their restitution is.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'll mention about the ogres. As other people might have mentioned, they just seem to be controlled.
Okay. All right. So, it is about time for us to take a break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and the dwarves will let you know what they expect the trials to result in after that. But it's a good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
We'll see you then.
See you then.